Hey everybody, so I am going to read the Scholastic news probably in two different reading videos because I have had a couple of people say that they have lost their magazine or they can't find it, um, or people haven't picked it up, or just some people aren't very good readers and this might be helpful. So, this is the Scholastic news. I'm going to read this with you. Lost treasure. A gold bar found in Mexico once belonged to a mighty ancient empire. As you read, think about why do experts think the gold bar is such an important artifact? June 30th, 1520, a fierce battle breaks out in the capital of a great empire. The Aztec ruler Montezuma II is found dead. Aztec warriors chase Spanish invaders from Tenochtitlan, their biggest city. The fleeing Spanish carry bars of gold and other treasures they stole from the Aztecs. Some soldiers drop the gold as they try to escape through the city's canals. Weighed down by the loot, others fall into the water and drown. To the Spanish, that night becomes known as La Noche Triste, or the Sad Night. Now, nearly 500 years later, researchers have determined that a gold bar discovered in Mexico was part of the Aztec treasure lost on that historic night. A great empire. The Aztecs were a wandering people who settled in what is now central Mexico beginning in the late 13th century. They built a powerful civilization that thrived for about 200 years. There were several million Aztecs, said Michael Smith, an archaeology professor at Arizona State University. They had a large, complex society. The Aztecs built vast temples and palaces, developed advanced methods of farming, and created a writing system using symbols. Aztec children went to school and studied history, art, and music. Tenochtitlan was the center of the empire. It was set on an island in a lake and had canals for streets. Did you know the Aztec gold bar measured about 10 inches? It's twice as long as it's shown in this photo. Surprise visitors. In 1519, the Aztec Empire was at the peak of its power when conquistadors, or conquerors, from Spain arrived. They were led by Hernan Cortes. Montezuma II was uncertain about the visitors, but he invited them to stay in his palace. The Spaniards weren't very good guests, however. For one thing, they began stealing Aztec jewelry. They wanted gold that they could carry back to Spain, says Smith. They had metal workers melt down a lot of the jewelry and form it into gold bars. Soon the relationship grew sour and the Spanish took Montezuma II prisoner. Historians aren't sure exactly who killed him on June 30th, 1520, but they agree that his death was the beginning of the end of the Aztec Empire. After fleeing Tenochtitlan that night, Cortes and his army returned about a year later. They soon conquered the Aztecs and established a new colony. A golden clue. In 1981, a construction worker was digging at the site of a new bank in Mexico City. He pulled something unexpected from the mud, a large gold bar weighing about 4 pounds. Archaeologists studied the bar, but questions remained about its origin. Now, nearly 40 years later, experts have confirmed that it is stolen Aztec treasure dropped by the fleeing conquistadors. The bar was found in what had been a canal that Cortes and his soldiers used to escape. Experts analyzed the gold with a special type of X ray and matched it with other gold Aztec artifacts found from that time period. Smith says the gold bar is the first direct evidence of the events of La Noche Triste and a connection to one of the great ancient civilizations. By Natalie Smith. Down here, there are two words to know. Canals, which is a noun, it's plural. It's a human-made waterways used for transportation or for irrigation of land. And civilization, which is a noun, a highly developed and organized society. Up here at the top, we have a map, and it says, today the ruins of the Aztec capital Tenochtitlan are buried deep beneath Mexico City. So the orange is the Aztec Empire at its greatest extent, and Tenochtitlan is right here in this. So that's the fallen empire there. I posted the video that goes along with this article sometime last week, so make sure to check that out. All right, next article. Were you fooled? This year's biggest viral challenge turned out to be a hoax. Here's what you need to know to separate fun from fact. It started with a wild claim. On February 10th, the pull of gravity on Earth would change, allowing a broom to stay balanced when you stood it upright. Within hours, people all over social media were taking the broomstick challenge. On TikTok alone, videos of it have been viewed tens of millions of times, but the challenge turned out to be based on a hoax. Brooms really can stand upright on any day of the year. The broomstick challenge is pretty harmless, but experts say it's just one example of a more serious problem on social media: misinformation. That's information that is partly or entirely incorrect, misleading, or deceptive. And on popular apps like YouTube and TikTok, it's easy for bad information to go viral. More likely to share. Every day, countless bits of information are shared on social media. Misinformation comes in many forms: a fake news article posted on Twitter, or an altered photo passed around on Instagram. It might also be a video from a popular YouTuber that presents false information as fact. Often, people spread hoaxes for fun or to get likes or shares. But other times, misinformation is about important topics that people are passionate about, like the environment or politics. The goal of these viral hoaxes is to influence people's opinion and even affect how people vote. Experts say false information is most effective when it stirs up people's emotions, whether it sparks laughter, sadness, or anger. If a post or picture or video makes the viewer feel very strongly, they are more likely to share it, says Sierra Filucci of Common Sense Media. That organization aims to help kids spot false information online. And Filucci says the more a video or post has been liked or shared, the more likely others are to believe it and to share it without checking the facts. Designed for fun. With all this information out there, it can be hard to tell what's true and what's not. Sometimes the best clue is where you're seeing the information. Think about why people open an app like TikTok. It's probably to watch goofy videos of viral dances, not to do research for a school project. And it's a safe bet you wouldn't go to a news website to find a funny meme. That, says Felucci, is why it's important to understand how some platforms are different from others. Places like TikTok or YouTube are designed to be fun and entertaining, she says. They're not created to communicate accurate information like news organizations are. Stop and think. You may not realize it, but you can play a part in keeping bad information from spreading out of control. Experts say the best way to do that is to be more skeptical of what you see online. If something seems really strange or really funny or too good to be true, your first step should be to evaluate it, explains Felucci. Use reliable resources such as trusted news websites or .gov sites to confirm what you're seeing. Then, if you still can't tell if something is true, follow Felucci's simple advice: don't share it. All right, down here for our words to know: deceptive is an adjective meaning intended to make someone believe something that is not true. And skeptical is an adjective meaning not easily convinced or having doubts about something. Then over here in this sidebar, hashtag how to spot a fake. With some digging, it wouldn't have been too hard to find the truth about the broomstick challenge. What you saw. On February 10th, people posted videos of broomsticks standing on their own. They claimed that NASA said it was because of a change in Earth's gravity. What you could have asked: why are only brooms affected? Why not anything else? How can I find out if this is true before I share it? How you could have found answers: check NASA's website, nasa.gov. Search online using keywords like NASA, broomsticks, and gravity. Read articles on the websites of respected news organizations. What you would have learned. No reliable articles confirmed a change in Earth's gravity, but many called out this challenge as a hoax. What's the truth? If you stand a broom upright and spread the bristles just right, it can balance on its own any day. On February 11th, NASA posted the real explanation on its Twitter account. All right, I'm going to stop here, and then I will do another video that has the last pages of the articles as well as reading over the questions on the back.